Here we are to present our solution for the case study challenge which was written by Team NEE in collaboration with Schneider Electric India and the organizing club, OSM Club. I am Kashipur. Our team, Lean Mean Man, consists of me, Nikhil Kejriwal, and my colleague here, Prashant Gaur. The case demand spike at Schneider UNF possesses a challenge before us wherein Schneider faces a sudden demand spike of 700 for its new line of UPS, that is Star. The product was promoted by an iconic sports personality of India and as such has garnered huge advance bookings. To cater to the demand, SEI wishes to prepone the launch date from a fixed 7 months period to 1 year. Now let us start with an overview of the case from where we will lead to a proposed strategy that SEI should adopt in order to meet this challenge. A global specialist in energy management, Schneider Electric has operations in more than 100 countries worldwide and has achieved leadership positions in most of its business verticals. It has one of the highest ENPS, Employee Net Promotion Score, in India. Some of the best practices at SEI are: first, mutual aid signaling. This is a self-help methodology conceptualized and practiced at the shop floor. This system provides a scope for seeking help from operators from across the lines to rebalance the workload and also maximize the output from each line through mutual help. The second is color-coded collars. The color of the collar denotes the level of expertise of the shop floor workers and also creates a healthy competition amongst them. This also raises their self-motivation to rise quickly to the ranks of an expert who also act as mentors. With these great programs already in place, SEI was faced with the given situation of raising its production to 700% of its capacity within a month's time. Historically, they won over the challenge with great strategic planning and amazing implementation. In the scenario, the current plant capacity is 15,000 units per month. The plant operates in 2 shifts, working 6 days a week. They had to produce 37,000 units of Star UPS next month. In order to meet the challenge, they needed to significantly revamp their production strategy, but within some stringent budgetary constraints. Hence, they needed to optimize their existing processes to the core and fix other problem areas of design and wastage. The 2 main focus areas are production management. The production needed to acquire 2 new testing machines, run a 3rd production shift, and use lean optimization principles to prevent defects and minimize rework. Vendor management. The sourcing strategy should focus on timely procurement of all required material. These suppliers would also help in providing the redesigned top cover of the unit, which currently causes production delays due to design deficiencies and short screw length. Now let us have a look at the current production scenario described by the case and try to figure out the specific problem areas that need immediate attention.
Now, from the current VSM analysis, we came up with the following observations. Currently, the plant is producing 15,000 units as it produces 300 units per day, runs for 2 shifts a day and 25 days a month. Out of these, the demand for traditional products similar to Smart model has been 5,000 units per month. The current talk time is 87 seconds. The value-added ratio, which is the ratio of talk time to the time taken to produce 1 unit, is pretty low by the industrial standards. Now, Schneider UNF is currently using push strategy. A workstation does not produce as per the demand of the next workstation in line. Rather than it is producing according to the schedule given to it by the factory planner. From this, we have identified some problem areas. The first one, overproduction. As can be seen from the current VSM, work in progress inventory is present at all the workstations. This is due to the fact that push production strategy is being used and the production line is not properly balanced. Storage. More WIP leads to more requirement of the storage area and more human effort is required to transfer that WIP to workstations. Rework. Any defect in switch, LCD display kit or shoulder shorts in PCB can only be detected after the assembly line, which results in a unit failure. Manual work. The amount of manual effort required is high as the closing of the top cover takes time because of the short screw length. Waiting. This is high because of the Schneider plastic part supply has delays in its supply, which results into delays in the production, which cascades into the delays in testing, which already had a high work in progress inventory. Motion. Because of the high defect ratio, the motion of the products is high from the testing department to the initial workstations where they are brought upon. Now let's look upon the flow of material in the system. The supplier is based out of China, which supplies the raw material on a monthly basis to the central warehouse. The central warehouse replenishes the factory warehouse daily or weekly as per the needs of the factory. The factory warehouse provides them to the manufacturing facility. The finished product goes from the manufacturing facility to the distribution center once or twice per shift. Now, because of the consequences of a spike in demand, here are few effects. The overall demand in July will come down to 47,000 units. New stock time has to be 45 seconds, assuming the plant runs for 3 shifts and 27 days a month. As previously mentioned, bottleneck will be the build line and testing process, as its cycle time 73 seconds is greater than the top time of 45 seconds. The current supplier, who was supplying raw material for 5,000 units, 5,000 additional units, may not have sufficient capacity for the required 37,000 units. Central warehouse may not have enough space to accommodate the raw material for 37,000 units. There is a risk of huge investment loss. If the supplier expands their capacity and the warehouse expands their space, but the demand of the star model falls down in the subsequent months. The 700% demand requires huge effort from workers, which may not be ready to accept this added burden. So there will be a need to hire new workers for the third shift or motivate the current workers to work overtime. More demand leads to more raw materials and more number of finished products. So the logistics part needs to be taken care, and the company would have to use more number of vehicles for the transportation of goods. Now Nikhil will explain the future VSM we are proposing.
After having a look at the problem areas identified through the process VSM, we now look at ways to remove these bottlenecks. The foremost thing to consider here is to reduce the takt time into 45 seconds or less. We need to produce 581 units per shift, including 460 star UPS models. In order to achieve the desired effect, following changes have to be made. First, reduction in changeover time. The changeover times are currently 30 minutes for the surface mount technology SMT, 15 minutes for TST through-hole technology, and another 30 minutes for the slide line and wave. We have to adopt a SMED, single minute exchange of die approach, to bring down this value to under 5 minutes. Second, defect minimization. The current defect rate is 6.5%, which is very high for such a standardized process. Through root cause analysis, we need to curb this high defect rate, since any defect introduced in this stage is only detected after assembly, resulting in a complete unit failure. Third, building and testing. The cycle time here is currently 73 seconds, which is way over the required takt time of 45 seconds. Hence, we need to procure 2 more testing machines and change the layout of this part so as to achieve a desired cycle time which is less than or equal to 45 seconds. After achieving these improvements, the production process would have been optimized significantly to cater to the demand spike. Also, to cater to the demand, we need to look at various labor and vendor management issues along with improving operational efficiency. This slide also shows the effect of all proposed improvements on the overall performance of the production line. The motion of raw material suggested to be approximately 1400 units per day. We also need to ship out a per shift production load of 460 units of finished good to the distribution center. Now a colleague will brief you about the production strategy and the vendor relationship management.
Coming down to production strategy, as already discussed, we have to work in 3 shifts. Now, in our opinion, utilizing the current workers will be a better option, as there is only 1 month's time to fulfill demand, which might be too less to train a new worker for the job to be done. Proper management of the workers should be done, so as to give them so as to give them regular breaks so that they are not heavy fatigue. Rotational policy should be employed. Non-monetary benefits so as to keep them active and up to the task. The current layout needs to be changed. The current layout is I-shaped and it has movement of materials and workers. Here we propose a circular layout so that this movement is minimized. Some of the benefits of the circular layout which can be realized are, it helps in fast tracking of the defective products from testing to initial workstations. Quick communication between the workers if any issue arises on the line, and so that the production can be stopped and WIP can be stopped from building up. In advance, proper production planning for the 3 shift for streamlined production also has to be there. And there also has to be a contingency plan so as to fall back upon if the initial plan fails. The implementation of pull strategy will also help in detection of the defects at the source rather than at the testing department, so that they could be prevented from next time and the defect rate of 6.5% could be brought down. Now here we propose a model for vendor management. It was published by A.T. Kearney in an article ramping up the supply capacity in volatile times. Every supplier needs a good reason to add capacity. Determining what those incentives are requires segmenting supplies along 2 dimensions. On the x-axis, we have supply willingness to add capacity. On the y-axis, we have complexity of adding capacity. Willingness to add capacity depends on how much unique to the manufacturer the additional capacity would be and the relative bargaining power between manufacturer and the supplier. The complexity of adding capacity, it is determined by both the incremental capital expenditure required for supply and the lead time needed to create the additional capacity. For the current situation, we are proposing the 4th quadrant solution, which is supplier is willing to add capacity and it is not a very complex undertaking. In this, both parties agree on the unit price and the supplier decides how much capacity to invest in. The supplier then shoulders the added capacity and the inventory is alone. Based on this, Schneider will have to reallocate capacity as most of the suppliers will not be able to increase capacity in 1 month's time. Thus the capital expenditure will be low and in the long run it can come back to its one vendor policy when the original supplier would have increased their capacity. Also, to ensure continuous production, alternate plans need to be developed for 110 critical parts, out of which 42 are imported. Probably they can go for multimodal logistics. Schneider should continuously monitor supplies on carefully agreed KPIs for a timely communication of aberration schedules. Finally, in the long run, company needs to focus on Lean plus Six Sigma, that is agility plus accuracy. Schneider should focus on the following. Overproduction. They should have accurate demand forecasting methods to avoid the large WIP inventory which they are currently having. Waiting. The lead time to processes has scope to be reduced, especially the 220 seconds testing time. Non-utilized talent. Each and everyone's input should be taken, which is already in place in Schneider in the form of online idea system. Extra processing. The design of the product should be improved so as to avoid the manual effort required in closing the top cover because of the short steel length. Now Nikhil will summarize the key recommendations we are proposing.
So here is a summary of all our observations and analysis from the case. The design change process has to be implemented through collaboration with the suppliers by moving from a screw-based design to a push-block system. This will greatly reduce the delay in closing the top cover. Another important measure is adequate labor management. We must bring in suitable special reward systems, plan employee-wise, shift-wise production goals, and continuous follow-up. Alternate suppliers should be set up for the 110 critical parts, and in-house labor should be employed to work in overtime for the 3rd shift. 2 new testing machines have to be procured, and layout for building and testing line has to be changed. We should also source some management staff from other Schneider plants in India to help in effective implementation of the plant strategy. Hence, SEI would not only meet the current spike in demand, but also show significant overall productivity growth. It will also be ready to meet similar challenges in future. Thank you.
few parts are imported. So if they are falling short of supplies, they can probably, if they have to meet demand in 1 month's time, they can probably use some other modes of carrier from the same supplier or from the other supplier. They can, like in Taiwan, they can from air freight there. Currently they are providing from China.
That is the exact case. That is the exact case was in action. I mean, it's a good thorough analysis. I believe out of all this presentation, I'm not giving you mark basis all those things. You guys have gone much deeper into the case, line by line, word by word.